Welcome to another video. Thanks as always for tuning in, and just let me, as usual, take this time to let you guys know how appreciative I am for you to take time out of your busy schedule to join me in another video. And also let me remind you to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, and also comment, guys. Comment and let me know what you guys think about the videos and all of that good stuff. All right. And as I have always said, this helps the channel to grow some more, you know what I mean, which I really need. So I would appreciate it if you guys just especially like and share and comment. All right. Okay, so guys, unless you've been living under a rock or outer space, then by now you should know that the icon, the queen of rock and roll, has died. And that is, Miss Tina Turner. And, it is really a sad, case, to see, such a icon that everybody loves, and that has passed. Right? So, we just want to say condolences to her family and friends and loved ones, everybody that has been involved with her co-workers and everybody, you know what I mean? It's she, as far as we can hear, and she seemed to have been, a really wonderful person to deal with and all of that, so yeah, let's say condolences, guys, and she will be greatly missed. She was 83 years old. Not very, 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 very old, but old. Okay, so Tina Turner regretted not taking care of kidneys 2 months before her death. Right? And 2 months before her death, that her approach put her in a great danger. Right? The legendary singer opened up about her struggles with hypertension, high blood pressure, and kidney issues. Right? In a March 9 post on her Instagram page, talking about her health struggles for International World Kidney Day. At the time, Tina admitted, "My kidneys are victims of my not realizing that my high blood pressure should have been treated with conventional medicine. I have put myself in great danger by refusing to face the reality that I need daily, lifelong therapy and medication. For far too long, I believed that my body was an untouchable and indestructible bastion." And that is what Tina put on her Instagram page. And Tina died 11 weeks after she talked about her kidney issues. The cause of death is unclear, but she was reportedly battling a lung illness. In addition to her IG post for International World Kidney Day, Tina also shared more about her health issues in a blog post for Show Your Kidney Love. There, Tina revealed she was diagnosed with hypertension way back in 1978. Right? Though she says she didn't care much about it and didn't really try to control it from 1978, guys. Right? And a lot of us are surely guilty of those kind of things where we find out about some health issues, but at the time we kind of shrug it off and say it's not that a big of an issue, you know what I mean? But if we only just take the time out of our busy schedule to visit a doctor and do what we need to do, we would have probably put a few more years on our lives. And if you realize, I said a lot of us, because trust me, a lot of us are guilty of things like that. She said she found out her kidneys had lost 35% of her function after her 2009 stroke. Tina said she had to start dialysis to survive, and admitted it was depressing to be connected to a machine for hours. She said she was lucky to get a kidney transplant in 2017 from her second husband, Erwin Batch. After her kidney transplant, Tina said her body tried to reject the organ, and she was often hospitalized as a result. She said she would often feel nauseous and dizzy and had her problems with her memory. She also said she was scared. And, of course, when it comes to health issues, it's always a scary thing, guys. We know that. It's always a scary thing. But, I should say the real cause of her death, it's been confirmed by our representative that Tina Turner, the legendary singer known as Queen of Rock and Roll, died from natural causes. Right? And one thing I must say, guys, I certainly didn't, to be honest with you, I've followed Tina Turner, ever since I remember. And I did not know she was from Switzerland. She was originally from Switzerland. All along I thought she was American. She was 83 years old, as I said, guys. She also had intestinal cancer, right? And she had to receive a kidney transplant in 2017, as I said before. And listen this, guys. Listen this. Tina Turner had considered using assisted suicide to end her life. Right? According to a memoir she wrote at the time. Since her death, fans and other artists from all over the world have poured out their love for the late icon. So, we can just imagine what she must have been going through, guys. For her to be to be thinking of using the hospice to end her life. It's really a sad case, guys. But anyway, let us continue to keep her name alive, guys. And I'm sure for those who have known her, who are older, the older folks who have known her, have been following her from way before, will continue to listen to her music and, keep her alive in our memories. All right. So those are some of the memorable pictures of Miss Tina Turner, and as she used to be called, the sexiest legs alive. And yeah, she was really a sexy lady. Well, anyway, guys, let's keep it moving. This other story, guys, that I'm coming to you with, is really, a sad one, guys. And whenever someone loses their lives, I've said it over and over. It's always a sad case, especially for a young person, a teenager, and in this case, it's a 14-year-old, right? A 14-year-old girl in BMW killed in violent Queens car crash. But before I go on, guys, let us look at this short clip that I have queued up here. So check this out, guys, and then we'll talk on the other side. So, guys, just it's, I know it's the footage is kind of small, because it was caught by a CCTV, a CCTV camera, right? But let me pause it right here. Just take a look at this. And you know, from before I even saw this clip, I knew it was it was speeding. You know, speeding had a lot to do with this. Or speeding is the cause of this terrible crash and death of this young teenager, right? If you can see that red car coming up behind it, the UPS truck, right? And the trailer that is this beside them. And you know, I just know, you know, they were trying to beat the trailer, you know, passing that UPS truck, and the space wasn't there. You know, and sometimes we just need to just slow down on the road, slow down, because you know we don't know what is awaiting us at the end of that journey. You know what I mean? So we just need to slow down on the road. All right, so look at this again, guys. See that? And we can see the UPS driver was about to enter the truck, and it was so, the impact was so terrible that he was flung out, down on the floor. And this is the young lady, guys, beautiful young, you know, princess here that lost her life, guys. And you know, we have to say condolences to her family and friends, her loved ones, you know, all who knew her well, went to school with her, you know. And it's such a sad case. She had her whole life ahead of her, guys, you know. And guys, I have a few pictures queued up here also I want you to take a look at, just to show how terrible this accident was. Right? Really a terrible accident, guys. The car, when I tell you, that's the car right here. That's how torn up the car was at the end of it. And if only they knew, you know, it's really sad, guys. If only they knew. Just slow down. Okay, so guys, you know, it's really a sad case, and this happened. The teenager in the BMW, the BMW was driven by a 16-year-old boy. Was driven by a 16-year-old boy. I'm not sure if he had died also. And this happened in Queens. The passenger, a 14-year-old girl identified as Fortune Williams, that I showed you before, was pronounced dead at the scene on North Conduit Avenue and 160th Street in the Springfield Gardens following the crash that happened around 6:45 p.m. The police said the boy who was behind the wheel was taken to an area hospital in stable condition. Police said no one else was in the car. Police said the NYPD didn't have details surrounding what led to the crash late Wednesday night. But I mean, from what we can see, guys, we really don't need an explanation for that. You know, because we know speeding is the thing that you know, that caused this terrible accident, because he was trying to beat the trailer in passing that UPS truck. You know, so we really don't need an explanation. And photos at the scene showed the red Beamer totaled and most of its windows blown out and one side of the car completely obliterated. Photos also show the UPS truck off the side of the road next to the BMW. The department's highway collision investigation squad is investigating the crash. So unless they come up with something else other than what I said, guys, you know, I would love to hear what other explanation they would come with, you know, after that. All right, but sad case, guys. Let us keep our family and friends, our loved ones in our prayers. All right. Okay, so moving along, guys. This other this other story that I'm coming to you with, guys. And this man that you're looking at on your screen, as they have called him a real cold-blooded hitman, right? And he was sentenced for murdering 5 people, including 4 he killed at base of drugs trafficking. So drug trafficking is at the top of what caused this brutal slaying of these 5 people. Blasted as cold-blooded and career murderer, a Philadelphia man was sentenced on Tuesday to 5 consecutive life sentences for killing 5 people, playing a role in a mistaken identity hit job, and shooting a home resident in the arm. The defendant, Ernest Presley, as is named, 43-year-old, pleaded guilty back in September. He admitted that he killed 4 of these people for money on the orders of a drug trafficker, according to the U.S. Department of Justice in Philadelphia. One of these was a man identified as Sean Small. In late 2018, the Philadelphia Police Department joined with the Federal Bureau of Investigation to investigate Presley in connection with the murder of SS, I guess that's Sean Small, who was shot to death in the parking lot of a Philadelphia apartment complex near 7400 Malvern Avenue in the early morning hours of September 1st, 2018. The U.S. Department of Justice said in a news release, in which they only identified victims by initials. So now we're understanding that this was a case from 2018, but he was just sentenced. So I guess the trial has been ongoing ever since. Surveillance footage showed Presley near the scene, authorities said. A Philly bar also had footage showing him with Small and several other men the evening before the murder. According to federal authorities, he also killed 2 tow truck drivers with a Bob's towing. Investigators said Presley targeted Kean Froster to stop him from testifying as a witness at an assault trial. But before doing that, the defendant randomly chose the man's co-worker Eric Robinson and shot him to death in January 12, 2017, in an attempt to make it seem like the killings were part of a feud between rival tow truck companies. Wow. Boy, this man is something else, boy. Damn. The next day, he's really cold-blooded for real. The next day, Presley ambushed Froster while the victim was a passenger in a tow truck operated by a co-worker. The co-worker survived being shot several times in his lower body. He is my grandson, Froster's grandmother, Marie Froster, told the news. When the case was unsolved, he was the 5th of 14. He lived life to the fullest when he could. Presley, on January 11, 2017, also murdered a man identified by the federal government as MR. Wow. MR, Froster Robinson, and Small each died under the orders of the drug trafficker, authorities said. Presley also admitted to shooting CY to death in July 2019. In July 19, 2016. Wow, so this has been an ongoing thing. As CY sat on the porch of a residence near 1500 West Olney Avenue in Philadelphia, prosecutors wrote. Then there was the matter of mistaken identity killing. Presley gave the location of a man he knew to be wanted. Presley also admitted to his role in providing the location of a man he knew was wanted, dead by a Philadelphia drug trafficker, which later resulted in the death of YH, who was killed as a result of mistaken identity near the intersection of 56th Street and Ethan Street on July 24, 2018. Wow. He also admitted to he tried to kill a woman when he shot her in the arm as she arrived home on July 9, 2018. Oh my God. It was later discovered that her home had been ransacked and items including money and jewelry were stolen. Investigators determined Bresley sold her Rolex watch to a local pawn shop. The charges were one count of conspiracy to commit murder for hire and 4 counts of use of interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire. Taking a cold-blooded killer like Ernest Presley off the street for 5 consecutive life sentences is a prime example of why the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Department of Justice make tackling violent crime a priority. Attorney Jacqueline C. Romero of the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, our joint partnerships with the FBI and Philadelphia Police Department make it possible to bring these cases into federal court and secure the severe punishment such a career murderer deserves. So guys, there you have it. He's really a career murderer and a cold-blooded killer for real. You know, and if you would see this man on the street, you wouldn't even believe that he is somebody like that, right? Well, anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Please remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, and comment, guys. Comment and let me know what you think about the videos. All right, blessed love, peace.